Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I know I'm super late on this. I'm behind. I ain't making excuses, but I'm trying to work and trying to take care of things and keep the ball rolling over here and keep up with the news stories that I'm supposed to do here. I got two other ones that I'm gonna try to do. If the phone will stop ringing and I ain't gotta go babysit nobody, I will be able to get them done. We was talking about the shipping delays, what's going on, how come stuff ain't on the stores. People, the news media and a lot of talking heads is blaming it on it's a shortage of truck drivers. There is no shortage of truck drivers. I don't know how many times to say this. Then I had somebody gonna come on a thing telling me that I'm giving bad information on truck driver shortage, and I asked him what he do. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. I asked this dude what I asked him what does he do? And there's no harm in what he does. He does fencing. He does fencing in driveways. I said, were you a truck driver? No. Do you know how to drive a truck? No. You got a commercial license? No. You trying to become a truck driver? No. You know somebody that's a truck driver that own their own trucks? No. Okay, I'm in this business, and I've been in this business pretty close to 20 years already, right? He's talking to me. I said, dude, you see the truck that brought the materials out there to the job site that you were at? Yeah, that's my truck. I got 5 just like it. What are you talking about? That shouldn't matter, but it matters. Look. A big problem is drivers' wages. Drivers are having to go to loading docks and places and facilities and sit and wait. And they're not getting paid for it. You get to a place, you pull up I'm pulling numbers out of the sky. You pull up at 3:00 in the afternoon and they telling you that you can't get loaded until 9:00 tonight. So that's 6 hours against your logbook that you're not getting paid for. It's not like the carrier is saying, all right, Joe, that's effed up, but I'll give you this much because I know it's going against your logbook, and that's times you can be rolling miles because you get paid for miles and hauling freight. You have that problem because talking about driver problems. Oh, and the thing you're looking at on the screen, this is from the Houston Chronicle. But I just figure I got to give a little perfunctory because then it just goes in one ear and out the other. I see, and I'm quite sure as a lot of other people here can tell you, they see companies with a 15-year-old Freightliner, and they got 3 guys in it, and neither one of them speak English, and when they step out of the truck, it's like ain't none of them took a bath in a month, and they just swap seat and they drive that raggedy Freightliner, pulling that shipping container or 53-foot dry van trailer all over the place. So they splitting what's barely enough for a one-man wage between 3 people. Now you make that one, but y'all can argue that one all you want. There's no driver shortage. A lot of drivers then hung up their spurs because the companies, mainly the mid-sized companies and some of the smaller ones, are on some BS and they ain't getting paid for their time. Okay. Then they get a truck because it's like, I've been driving over the road for 12 years. I've been doing my own bill of lading. I've been doing my own paperwork. I did this, that, and other. I'll get mine. Then they get their own truck and get out there, and them companies will choke you out. Is he a good driver? Yes. Is he good at maintaining a vehicle? Yes. Do we do his pre-trips properly? Yes. Is tires good? Yes. Brakes new? Yes. Oil change? Yes. Courteous driver? Yes. Good on his paperwork? Don't waste time. He'll be updating his bill of lading while he's sitting in the truck at the truck stop waiting on his shower? Yes. They will outprice him. He's not overcharging. They're undercharging to keep him out. That's the way the game go. But anyway, more news at 11. I've talked about that. I got, I think, 1 or 2 videos like that on my Patreon channel, and you can go to my Patreon and you can see it. All my additional contact links, they're in the About section of me. If you go up to the top, you click me, you go to About, and it will have all the stuff, and it'll have everything from my my Patreon and BitChute and all that other good stuff is on the About section, along with my email address. If you shoot me an email, keep it pithy. Don't send me an email talking about something that I'm not talking about, because I'm more than likely, I'm sorry, no diss, but I'm more than likely I'm not going to answer it. Port of Houston receives $18.3 million federal grant to improve facilities to a supply chain. Port of Houston, for those that don't know, let's give you a little bit of insight on them. The Port of Houston is a major container gateway for Texas and the 100 million people who live between the Mississippi River and the Rocky Mountains. Port of Houston is huge. I've been there a few times. It's been a while because I'm not a driver no more. I still do some every now and again, but most of the time I let the boys handle that. But when I was a normal driver, a regular driver, that line to get in to get loaded was insane. That's what I do remember. That's when we were hauling with contracting, doing some work for a company called Southwest Freight. And that's all they do is haul shipping containers. That's it. That's all they do. And you tell them, well, I don't have a container trailer, or I don't want to put, come by the yard, we'll give you one. Hey, stay away from WW Roland. Yeah, I said it. I don't care what nobody say. WW Roland wants you to move containers for him. Would say, nah, doc, thanks, but I'm good. Southwest Freight, much better than WW Roland. Let's see here. Port of Houston's 2 container handling facilities are port owned and operated. Barber's Cut Container Terminal, located at the mouth of the Galveston Bay. It's 3.5-hour sailing time to open waters of the Gulf of Mexico. Its 6 berths provides 6,000 feet of continuous quay. The facility also includes a roll-on, roll-off platform, a lash dock, over 200 acres of paved marshaling. Do you know how much concrete and rebar that is? And drainage ducts and water cuts. Whew. And over 2,500 square feet of warehouse space, because some cargo, the carrier wants it indoors. They don't want, it's in the can. It's in the can. They want it, some of it, they want temperature control, and they want it indoors. Some carriers. Intermodal rail service is available via the 42-acre near-dock rail ramp with working tracks and spurs connecting terminal warehouses. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's 7 rail lines, because I remember when you go through and you cross one, and you go. I'm remembering the layout to the place, because I remember even when they moved the check-in little box thing from to the middle of the lane from the sides. But anyway, I think it's 7. 42-acre dock. Yeah, spur connecting terminal warehouses. Bayport Container Terminal, when fully developed, will have a total of 7 container berths with the capacity to handle 2.3 million TEUs. That's the just call it the metal shipping containers that you see. Okay, I'll simplify it here. On a complex which includes 376 acres of container yard and a 123-acre intermodal facility. The terminal features electronic data interchange capabilities and a computerized inventory control system that tracks the status and location of individual containers. Also, you have to remember too, UPS, FedEx, you name all the big carriers, they get they normally got a terminal anywhere where there's a port. They got a huge terminal nearby, because a lot of the stuff that you get that you done bought from this one or bought from that one and bought online is coming out of there too. So instead of it leaving there in a can and going all the way into another place to get broke down, and then they have to go there and get it and then bring it right back to their facility, they just put the facility right there. Just like the UPS in San Antonio, that is called 7 states, and you don't spell the word 7. The address is the number 7 states. 7 states, San Antonio, Texas, 78, whatever the zip code is over there. I don't know. But San Antonio is the first 2 digits is 78. The train tracks run right behind the facility, and it has the spur, and that will run straight in. They ain't playing. They ain't playing. They are not playing. Okay. Let's see. Port of Houston. Houston terminal. Let's go to the tried and true. Well, tried. Let's go to Wikipedia. Port of Houston is one of the world's largest ports and serves the metropolitan area of Houston. It serves more than that. 50-mile long complex of diversified and public and private facilities, located a few hours sailing time. Located Houston's the 4th largest city in the United States. San Antonio is number 7. I think Dallas, Fort Worth is 9. I think Dallas is number 9. And I think Austin then creeped up. I think Austin is like number 11 or 12 now. So I hate Austin. But anyway, 4th largest city in the United States. It is the busiest port in the United States in terms of foreign tonnage, and the 2nd busiest in the United States in terms of overall storage. And this is what I always been trying to tell people. Yeah, Port of Long Beach, I get it. Port of Los Angeles, I get it. Philadelphia, I get it. New York, I get it. I get it. People and the 2 or 3 in Louisiana, and I think it's 1 in Mississippi. I know they got 1 in Florida because Governor DeSantis was on TV talking about the upgrades and this, that, and other. But the cost that it'll get for all them ships that's sitting out in the port, for the Port of Los Angeles and the Port of Long Beach to redirect all the way around to Florida, what is that going to do to the cost of the stuff that's in them containers? Well, I said, okay, dude, even if you just put, can you imagine as many containers as on them ships and how many items are in them? Even if you put a dime on the price of everything in there, it probably still wouldn't cover the crew costs, the wear and tear on the ship, and the fuel oil that's needed to power them. Those things aren't nuclear powered like our battlefield, like our battleships and aircraft carriers and submarines, right? Okay. But anyway, let's go. Let's hit the bullet points. The Port of Houston is a co-op. Yeah, we know that both the Port Authority, along with Houston Ship Channel, and more than 150 private companies. Yeah, but people have no idea, like I say, how busy it is. It's the busiest port in the United States in terms of foreign tonnage. What that means is stuff coming in from outside of the United States. Okay, we're not going to go through the history. The port of today, South Louisiana, then Houston, then New York, New Jersey, then Beaumont. I've never been to the Beaumont one. Then Long Beach, then Corpus. I've been to the Corpus one. I shot the video. Y'all remember I shot the video for the Corpus Christi one? And then afterwards, I done the the Google satellite view where I showed y'all all this stuff, but I done the one from behind the wheel when I was driving into the down there at the Port of Corpus Christi. That's been about 3 years ago, 4 years ago when I gave y'all that video. Huntington, Tri-State, Texas City. I've never been to that one. Baton Rouge, that's up there where Keepateki is. Mobile, Lake Charles. What the hell? Plaquemines? L.A., Tampa, Baltimore. So for all them ships to be sitting out there. Oh, and also our governor here in Texas didn't choke slam the ports like Governor Bang Your Wife Newsom did in California. Shout out to Jericho Green. You know, where, nope, social this, that, and other. Y'all got to do, you got to have, did you do this? Dude, you know you messing with the supply chain, right? Y'all let one man, and he know he can do it because he got a president that has a blue D behind his name. Okay? And y'all had a chance to get rid of them, and y'all kept them. And the one kept them there, but they didn't have a viable candidate, so we'll stick with Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom. Got it. That's real smart, man. Bunch of, genius. Good deal there. So there you have, like I say, Port of Houston, the second largest amount of shipping and tonnage. Trade data. But anyway, you can see that stuff. I was just doing this because somebody was asking me about the Texas ports. And I told them, I said, Port of Houston is the big monster one that I know about. And I've actually been there a few times. So I can actually say something about it. I'm not talking secondhand. I've actually been there. Liberia, Port of Houston officials strengthen ties with the National Port Authority. Y'all can read this if y'all want to. You can see it's all Africa. I'm quite sure if you put this in your search engine, it'll pop up. And this is recent news, December 6th through 9th, 2021. So we're talking what? Not quite a month yet. A couple of days away from being a month ago. So somebody making some moves, somebody making some serious moves to get something done. Because trust me, this is the trickle down effect. Because I don't believe in trickle down economics. You ain't got to. That's cool. I ain't never tried to choke nobody into believing anything. But when somebody goes out to bring more work in, and you may say, well, I don't work at the port. I'm not in the transportation business. How's that going to affect me? I ain't going to make no money off of that. Are you in a type of business that actually handle and deliver or sell the stuff that comes in on them containers? Bye, y'all.